So hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So yeah, what I told you in the previous video pretty much worked out. So as expected, Bitcoin had a bit of a rally. I told you earlier in the video that when the stock markets open, I do expect a little bit of a relief rally from yesterday, and that happened, and Bitcoin accordingly moved up. So it was not only about that expectation about the stock market that I expected higher price levels, but also due to this wave 2 that we talked about. So the recovery, from that first impulsive move down. So this is exactly also what then happened, and quite keen now to take a look at the chart here. So we had the target area here that was only basically 2 fib levels, because wave 2 can go all the way up to the beginning of the wave, the 1, and that is nearly what it did. But I also told you in the previous video, I would not be surprised if we retest once more this level from below, and that is exactly what we did. So let's take a look. We can see here on the chart that this wave 4 here is still at the moment, that is currently what I see, complete, and that we then moved down in a first impulse of the 5th wave, because if the wave 4 is here, the wave 5 will be somewhere down here, and that will be that completion of the overall correction, in my opinion. So wave 4 complete here. We are now probably, and that is my primary scenario at the moment, probably already in the 5th wave down. A few days ago I told you that we are probably going to break out of this to the downside, which happened. Then I made you aware that we're going to recover from it, which happened. That this scenario will be invalidated above 30.6k, pretty much, a little bit more than that, but pretty much here at this level it would be invalidated. So we haven't reached that. What did we do? Let's draw the Fibonacci retracement levels. So we reached perfectly the 88.7% fib level. That is pretty much the maximum really a wave 2 should do, and it did that. It could theoretically go to the beginning, but that would already be more likely than that it's not a wave 2 anymore. But here at the moment we've seen a strong reaction to the wave 2. Moved actually, when we touched it here, from 30.5k all the way down to pretty much 30k. So pretty much of quite a bit of a move down. And my current expectation has to be that this wave 2 is now complete. So far it's all worked out. Now what we now have to expect in this scenario would be that we are not going higher than 30.6k, and that we are now very soon going to start another sell-off in a 3rd wave then, and that 3rd wave should take us again here into this target area. So that should also take us below 28.6k. What would happen if this scenario gets invalidated? Because in no way this is 100% going to work out. So far it has worked out. We moved down, we moved up as expected, also in those expected price ranges. If we move up, that wouldn't be bullish. It wouldn't be bullish. It would just change the way in which I count this corrective wave. So it is not a break above 30.6k would not be bullish. Let me just repeat that. It would just mean we are correcting a little bit higher in this 4th wave than expected, and I might have to look at this wave count then again, but it wouldn't really change anything. I still expect here overall still another move down. And someone said someone was a bit confused apparently with the wave count, because I did say we were in a wave 4 and suddenly we were in a wave 2. So I think that person thought I'm changing my wave counts here. No, I'm not. It's all different time frames. So we have here on the bigger picture, really the higher level picture, we see that all of this here, that impulsive move up back in April 21, this was a wave 1, and we are still here, in my opinion, in a wave 2. Now this is the higher level wave count. Now within that you have of course waves within waves, and you get smaller and smaller. And within this wave 2 down here, you can see in yellow that is the next lower level wave count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are here in a wave 5. But again, in this wave 5, we are also in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave in green. And in this green wave structure, we have probably already completed the wave 4 and are now in a wave 5. So far it's working out, And this is now really here a make or break point. This is really where, for this scenario, it's the make or break point, yeah, where a move above 30.6k would pretty much invalidate it, and we would then need to look at this overall wave structure again. But for now, it's exactly what we wanted. We moved down, we moved up. We're actually retesting here this whole structure, this sort of bearish flag, and that is actually quite bearish. But of course, it could move up higher, and if it moves higher, then this wave 4 isn't complete yet. And again, it wouldn't be bullish, it would just be an extension of the correction, and the price is then not ready yet to drop further. I would still believe we are in a wave 4, and at some point we just have to postpone that 5th wave to the downside. Yeah, and overall, what would be pretty much an ideal target for that last wave down here, in my view, is still that could be here this 200-week moving average. Bitcoin never really dropped below it, only very briefly. Yeah, I think the weekly candle never closed below it. I could be wrong about that, but it never closed below it. So that would be an ideal target. It's currently just below 22k. I think we could go below that briefly. But for now, yeah, this here is overall my expectation for now. If anything changes, I will of course make you aware. If we look at that a little bit in more detail as well here, you can see that, let me go to the 1 hour chart. You can see that we've actually now started to move here a little bit in a channel. That is how it's looking like here, below this 30.6k level, with maybe 1 or 2 fake outs here. But so far we've been below this, and that's also interesting. Yeah, below this 30.6 and above the 28.6k level. So just really for you to make you aware. But yeah, so far it's following my expectations, and only a move above 30.6k would invalidate it. So for now, it's all happened as indicated in the last video, and we now need to watch out for another move down. So I'm very closely watching here this 30.6k level, because this is just where this imminent move down scenario could be invalidated. And yeah, that's just where we currently are. Looking here at the daily chart, because this is quite relevant, we still see that here the downtrend is still increasing massively here in momentum on the ADX indicator. The RSI, yes, rising a little bit, which is understandably because Bitcoin had a little bit of a rally today. And here on the daily, that bullish crossover might finally happen. But if we really turn down now, as I would still primarily expect it, this will be prevented again, as it was prevented here, and that again would be rather bearish. And what is very important, and I talked about that before, is here on the 4-day chart. We want it to turn around. We want the MACD to turn around. And if it doesn't do it, then for me, this is not yet the recovery we really need. And when would I consider that recovery really be complete? Or when would I, above which price level would I really consider here that we are back in an uptrend? I think above 40k. Yeah, you've got here this swing low here, for example. You've got this swing high. So as long as we are not above 40k, there is still significant downside potential. I just have to say it. Yeah, but yeah, that's currently my view here about Bitcoin. Very exciting times. I will update you. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.